Welcome back, friends. We are smack dab in the middle of youth basketball season, one of my favorite times of the year. My baby Jakin has a game tonight. Okay, so one of my favorite coaches is here. This is such a treat. Longtime Mid-Michigan basketball coach Bob Taylor. How are you, Coach Taylor?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Of course. We're so excited. Coach Taylor, thank you so much for coming on this snowy day. Okay, so you did everything. You've played hoops, you've coached, trained many players, even your own kids. For those who may not know, tell us a little bit about your coaching experience.
I'm kind of a basketball lifer.
Yes, you are.
I grew up around basketball, and then I worked camps forever, and then I was a coach at Boyne City High School, Lakes Pierce State University, Oakland University, and lastly, Northwood University.
Wow.
So I had about 30 years into coaching.
Yeah. And what I love is that you wrote a book. It's called Old Man in the Gym, and here I have a copy. Oh, I'm so excited. Old Man in the Gym, making sense of youth basketball nonsense. Coach, I have to know, I kind of know what it is though, but what is the nonsense part?
Well, I really feel like we've organized sport.
Okay.
And I basically remember when the great players played from the playgrounds and they came from the parks and they came from the driveway, and I grew up playing backyard basketball. And just because something's new and different doesn't mean that we should have forgot about what used to happen. I always tell my kids that when I was a coach at Lakes Pierce in the 1980s, there wasn't really a lot of youth basketball yet, or organized basketball. So I would go to a gym downtown Detroit called St. Cecilia, and I said I couldn't throw a frisbee and I hit 25 college players, and they're playing pickup and driveway. So basically what I've said is let's unorganize it, let's let the kids play at a young age. I think that we're getting them too early into offenses and defenses when they don't have what I call the instincts in the field to play.
You know, Coach, tell me about this. What do parents need to know to keep in mind when their kids are playing sports, any sport?
Well, what I think they should do is that I call it, I wrote, I got all these things and I'm trying to organize it all, but I call it the if factor. First off, it should be inexpensive and fun.
I love it.
Like, I don't think kids should learn with a clipboard and a whistle. I want to get my kids away from clipboards and whistles. I wanted them to play with what I call instincts and feel. So that's another if factor. I wanted them to play, we called it, as a parent, we always called it the intentional foundation, another if factor. Like, okay, when the kids would come home and complain about somebody, the coach or another player, I would say, well, how good would you be if you could work this out on your own? And that was a part of what I tell parents. Youth basketball can really help them, getting them to solve their own problems.
I love that.
And when we got organized, I think, everybody's paying the money, everybody's trying to make sure their kids got the, and I said, well, at the playground, we had to work it out ourselves.
That's right, and get back to the love of the game, I think. Coach, what advice do you have to the kiddos who say, hey, I want to go to the NBA?
I say you better be pretty good.
Pretty good, that's
You better be pretty good, and you better work at it, and I never want to shoot anybody's dreams down, but it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort.
But team sports in general, which I love about it for my kids, it's so good for kids' self-esteem, team building skills, bringing people from all walks of life together, and I know that you believe in that. Do you have any clinics and training coming up? That
well, we're kind of feeling our way. We're trying to get organized. We're doing camps. What I really want to do, and we're starting I want to work with the youth parent and the youth player together.
I love it.
And I really believe that 3rd through 6th grade is what separated our kids and the kids that I saw get better, because they got a head start. And once a kid felt like they felt good about something, they want to keep doing it.
I love it.
If they felt like they got behind, they want to drop out.
Kids need to have confidence, and that's what it does. It builds confidence and also team building, working together, which I love. Where can people get this book? Look at this, The Old Man in the Gym, Making Sense of Youth Basketball.
Well, the best way is you can get me on, follow me on The Old Man in the Gym on Fast Break or Twitter. And there's ways to get the book right in there. It's the easiest way to get it.
And we will have more information about Coach Taylor's book and clinics in the hot link section of WNEM.com. Coach, thank you. For joining me. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
You know what, Jake, can learn so much from you. So I'm telling you, you are a wonderful coach. So you keep doing what you're doing. Thank you.
Bless you. Thank you.
And if you have any ideas on what you would like to see on our show, you can send them to us at WNEM-4 p.m. News at WNEM.com. Just use the subject 4 p.m. News Spotlight.